I'm Kat, and I have a million ideas. What's up, guys? It's your girl, One Cat One, aka Artis. You are here in Cat's Corner, and you guys know that I am trying to get Cat's Corner together. If you watched me a little bit earlier today, you know I did 3 hours of cleanup work. So definitely check me out on Facebook on Under Catrice Pitts and look up that cleanup work that I did to this room, how I'm transforming it. While I was going through some of the things and organizing, I found some pieces that I've done a long time ago. This is when I got my heat press. I couldn't tell you how many years ago. I'm going to definitely at least 8, if not longer. This was one of the shirts that I did. Alter Reality, which is the name of my company. And Alter Reality is where I alter anything that's already exists. That's how, where that comes from. But this was when I was testing out different HTVs, right? Heat transfer vinyl. And I found this design and I cut it out. And what I was trying to do was create chains on clothing. So this was the model I was going to do. And how I came up with that idea, my daughter went to California with my dad. And this is when chains was a big thing, body chains. And she came back, and I wish I had one of those with me. Darn, I should have had one with me. But that's when the body chain was super, super thin. And I was like, you pay how much? I can do that. And I did it. And in some of my videos, you'll see me actually wearing these pieces of body chain. And I created them when she was still in school, and they still standing. But this was one of the first shirts. So my idea was to put chain on a shirt. So, and I was talking to somebody about trying to create that. So I created this piece. Now she's cracking, but where I added the chain to the dress. This was my concept. And I was talking to someone that was designing clothes, and I really didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to collaborate with them. And so I had the whole setup with various shirts and images that I had done, and I had added the chain to. Even though she is cracking, but she's over a good 8 years, if not longer, I promise you. And to me, she's hold up very, very well, and the chain is still on it. I think did I sew this on? Yeah, I actually sewed this on. Let me show you the back of this and what I did to keep the chain on there. My concept of that, because I didn't know what I was doing. But let me tell you about something. When you think of something and you want to do something, you figure out how to do it. So I was doing the body chains like I told you. I put on the inside the little jump rings on the inside of the shirt to make sure the chain didn't fall off, versus sewing it on, because I didn't want you to see the thread. Now, to me, that's genius. I know you're like, I don't know what you like, but that's what I came up with to keep the chain on there. And my mind was working. This is another piece that I did. There was a time I loved my split shirts. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. I loved them. And I was working with Benny. He had the Benny Live show on 91.5 WPRK. I don't know how many years ago that was, but that was definitely 6 or plus years ago when I was on the radio with him, and I had created this shirt. Now this shirt is one that I've worn, and she's still standing. If I put her on today, honey, my gut would be out there. No worries though. And then this was another shirt that I did, and my thing is chain, and I'm always trying to put chain on something, and I glued this on here. And of course, Alter Reality. I use this image on several different things. I think I have an apron with her, and I got a bag with her. So these pieces, to find them, I was like, what? It just brought me back to realize where I started at, and it was just an idea that I seen people doing, and I was trying to figure out how I can get into the t-shirt business, but a little bit different, not the same. And these were some of the ways that I did it. I had to bump my head. I had to learn, because nobody wanted to teach you. All this gatekeeping and not telling you about the different materials or just anything. And I figured it out along the way. I showed you guys earlier, this was a design that Tiso had created. And he hand stitched this by hand, and he did not know how to sew. Like, he know how to sew, but not know how to sew. And we was creating clothes, and this was one of the things. And this is his stitching as he was trying to figure it out. And it was funny. My whole thing is, you might not know exactly how to do it, but you just try, and then you perfect it, and you perfect it. And to find this was amazing to me. It just kind of took you back on memory lane, that his idea was to create this sweatsuit to what he was trying to create. I don't know if it's finished or not finished, but I am going to add my little spin on it, because I am going to keep this one. As you know, I did lose him in 2024. And brings me to my latest piece, or pieces. I started Artiste. It was created out of grief. For the love that I had for him. He was an artist. He was a creator. And to help get me through it, I started creating things like we used to create together. And I recreated, this is not the image, but I recreated an image of his likeness to me that I created for him. And this was originally, the creation that I created was this basket. His brand was called WIB, What I Bring. And this was a his and her basket that I created. And the image, because he had long dreads, so these were the baskets. And these, I couldn't tell you how many years ago these were. So I did his and hers. And this one here was the hers. So the artwork that was created is called Artiste. And I'm just going to read you a little bit of how it was created, or what it was created from. Alter Reality presents Artiste, is a soulful celebration of love, loss, and healing through art, rooted in passion of a grieving heart. This brand merges African-inspired motif with natural, using vibrant fabrics, resin, and chains to create a powerful mixed media masterpiece. Shortly after losing the love of my life, artist Catrice Pitts faced an unexpected battle with cancer. I'm currently still fighting through it. This ongoing struggle makes it difficult to create at times, but at other moments, my heart becomes my only escape and source of strength. Each piece is a tribute to the love that endures beyond loss, transforming pain into beauty and hope. My art is not only my love letter to my beloved, but also a testament to my resilience, an unyielding sign of strength to myself, a beacon of hope to all that encounters my work. It whispers that even in darkness, love, hope can blossom, and that the healing is often born from the depths of our most profound struggles. So that is how Artiste was created. This image of this couple was my first attempt at actually paint to canvas. So I painted these stick figures and put these hearts, and it's raining love. So this is my attempt of my brush to canvas. Adding the fabric kind of gave me this whimsical, kind of funky, type of, I don't know, retro look. But this will be one that I painted, tracing, different images, not just straight going forward, but created my stick figures. So this will be my first masterpiece that I actually did. And then hopefully you will follow me along to the gallery. Remember, the gallery is where I showcase my new pieces that will be up for sale. Definitely grab them. If you know my work, you know it's good. I thank you guys for taking the time to spend a little time and go down memory lane with me, as well as what's coming and what's going forward for me. I cannot wait to get Cat's Corner all the way together and then bring you into my studio of sort, where the gallery and other things you will see. I'm also working with Sunny's Closet, so you'll see some of the fashions and pieces that I put together, as well as what we create together. Until I see you guys again, this is your girl, One Cat One, aka Artiste. And don't forget, your girl, boy, do I have a million ideas. Catch me on YouTube, and I'll let you know where else. Bye, y'all. Hi, I'm Kat, and I have a million ideas.